smoke is quieting down. Seems like we've got to a lot of the smoke. Dub, you got smoke?
When I,
Say again?
in the near future, I look forward to seeing how you work with the new castmates.
Y'all ain't going nowhere.
Mark a chameleon.
Oh, I thought he was giving up tea because it is gonna be new castmate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. I saw the live.
Beep it. I want to know who this is.
Yeah.
And why? Listen, everybody's pay will remain what it is. Don't be alarmed.
No, that's the problem. no, I hear you, peace. But October make 2 years.
We want it not to.
I got a feeling things might not change.
Oh, you? Yeah, I can't wait.
So what?
I expected that Flip and Mel would have been fired by now.
Yo, why do you keep?
But
There's a lot of microphones in there.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah.
And when you keep adding strong personalities, it's going to make it more
It
challenging.
might clash.
might move out the weak personalities.
You think there's weak personalities?
No, I don't.
Yeah, that's
I think there's emotional personalities that could. I think there's emotional personalities that could be displayed as weak, come off as weak. Maybe, but I think when people talk about strong and weak, sometimes it's about who. Sometimes it's just about mic time. Some people are really good at complimenting, so they're comfortable not taking up as much space. You know what I mean? I'm somebody who takes up space, so it's not like a diss. And I'm saying if you add too many strong personalities, like everybody can't be trying to take 20 shots. I agree. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't think the people who take 5 are weaker.
Look at me.
I really want to add a day and cut this whole shit in half.
That would be.
I came up with it.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Files. You know we back. I'm back with the Files. You know it ain't a game right now. Listen, there's a lot going on at the JBP. It's a lot of changes. I know you just heard that clip I just played, right? It was a lot of stuff going on in there, right? But let me break it down for you. There will be a new member, or maybe even new members, joining the Joe Budden podcast. That is the word on the street. That's the word, right? The speculation is heating up. The chairs at the table feel shakier than ever. And let's be real, the energy in that studio is shifting crazy. So who's next, through the door? Who's next? Who's going to be walking through the door? I don't really know. My top 3 guesses, though. Let me get into it. First, I think Mona, right? Better known as Don't Call Me White Girl. She's a powerhouse. Mona's already done an episode with the JBP and absolutely lit it up. The street's been begging for her return. And you know what's even crazy? Mona goes live. So when Ice was like, yo, I heard the live and all of that, he threw that little cryptic message. It kind of made me think that, Mona may be the one that's coming on the pod. Is that a coincidence? I doubt it. You feel me? I highly doubt it. Second, I was like, it could be Joy Taylor. Now, Joy is a household name in sports, you know what I mean? A strong voice. She got a polished delivery. You know what I mean? She got them deep opinions. She a Capricorn. Plus, she has an edge that matches the JBP's tone when it gets spicy. But the only thing that's making me hesitate is that she hasn't gone live or dropped any hint about coming on the pod. But still, her name keeps popping up in the community, and the fans definitely want to see her, right? Everybody want to see her sit with the gang. Like, they want to see what's going on, her and Ish, she the dynamic. People want to see what's going on, right? Third, and this one right here is crazy. It's just been on my timeline. I've been seeing it a lot. And it could be a sleeper pick, but they said Azar Farade. And I don't even know if I'm pronouncing her name right, but Azar Farade, she been on the time. I'm going to post a little picture of her, you know what I mean, right here so you can see what's going on. Now, you might have seen her recently on a live. And if you caught it, you know why people are buzzing. She's got that calm, you feel me, but commanding energy. It's been floated before that she make an appearance, you know what I mean, on a JBP. And I think, Joe's just waiting for that right moment. Azar isn't the loudest in the room, but she don't need to be. Her intellect and delivery demand straight attention, right? Now, let's not ignore the dynamics this could shake up. With all the change in the air, Imani is clearly worried. His contract is almost up. And he's wondering, am I about to get left behind? The talk of the new voices has him on edge, and rightfully so. When the subject of his pay came up, Joe tiptoed around it. But then Mark Lamont Hill chimed in, and you could tell that joint just brought a lot of attention to the surface. It got, Mark always, he doing a lot. He doing a lot. I said it in my last video. He doing a lot. Parks even made a sidebar comment saying people should be happy with the money if they're working half days. And that was a shot at Imani, no doubt. Hold on, let me play that clip real quick. Let's play that.
Yeah. Listen what I'm saying. When you start to equate
with your
to
feet.
your bills and everything else that comes into place in your living situation, 80, 90K isn't a lot.
It's not a lot. It's not bad, though.
I'm with
It's
you.
not bad. But it's not
Especially
a
if
lot.
we're hypothetically speaking about someone who works half days, 2 days a week.
So,
And I don't know. Are we talking about Rolex owners?
All right, now we back. Has the vibe between Parks and Imani shifted? Or was Parks just saying what everyone else in the room was thinking? Let me know. But here's the thing. Joe Budden joking about Mel and Flip getting fired? That wasn't just a joke. He said that before. He said that. And this time, Flip didn't laugh. Flip, like, he looked a little tight. He looked serious. He looked a little hurt, too. He looked hurt by Joe's comment. Joe's humor, it has a way of doubling as a warning, right? And the way he plays with that line between sarcasm and strategy is giving passive-aggressive management, man. And I don't know if that's always good. I mean, I ain't the QB. I ain't the coach. You know what I mean? I'm just looking at the plays being ran. You feel me? Let's talk cash structure for a second, though. Mark said it outright. Too many mics. I can't believe Mark said that. He said everybody can't put up shots. You know what I mean? It's not enough. Mark is not wrong, though. I just want to say that. Mark is not wrong. They do have a lot of mics up there. Everybody be trying to talk. Even Jay Wan, when he came on the spaces and he was talking to us, he was saying, you got to find your pocket. So it must be hard up there to speak. Now, you bring in Sue Surf when he comes home. You bring in Mona. You bring in Azar. That's 3 strong, dominant personalities. I ain't even talk about Joy Taylor again. That's 4. Now, think about the chemistry. Azar is low-key the complete opposite of Melissa Ford. Melissa stands on pretty privilege, and she doesn't run from it. She leans into the baddie aesthetic, the glam, the image. But Azar, she's anti-image. She's brains first, substance over style. And she doesn't bend to social media perception. In fact, depending on who you ask, Azar might be better than Mel, just without all the extra production. So if she sits down on that couch, does Mel feel threatened? Does she fade into the background? Is it possible that Azar's arrival signals Mel's exit? Huh? And what about Sue Surf? That man has charisma, fan loyalty, and a rawness that Flip usually brings. Because Surf's return pushed Flip to focus more on his own network and dip out gracefully. Now, let's really unpack this quote from Joe. The strong personalities will push out the weak ones. That's what Joe said. That's what Joe said. Joe, you said that. That's not just about airtime. That's a message. So who is Joe calling weak? Is it Mel? Is it Flip? Is it Ish? Let's not forget, Ish has been way more sensitive lately. Way more. Flip called it out, right? Mark interpreted Joe's weak comment to mean people not talking enough, like they not getting enough airtime on the mic. While Flip took it to mean people are a little too emotional. Maybe, we don't have weak personalities, but we got people that are more emotional that could seem weak. That's what Flip said. Meanwhile, Ice has toughened up though. I ain't gonna lie. Ice been on a roll. But even he used to take things too personally, right? It seemed like nobody's on the same page about who's who anymore. And what about Mark Lamont Hill? He said himself that he takes up space. He knows he's a dominant presence. And the way he framed that, saying people can't get their shots off, it felt almost like an exit interview. Like he's prepping us for a future without him on the pod.
Some people are really good at complimenting, so they're comfortable not taking up as much space. You know what I mean? I'm somebody who takes up space, so it's not like a diss. And I'm saying if you add too many strong personalities, like everybody can't be trying to take 20 shots.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And so I don't think the people who take 5.
Don't forget, Joe and the crew been clowning Mark's network lately, saying he got Africans dancing and he don't even engage with the content. That might be funny in the room, but what if his team doesn't find it funny? Could this be Mark's quiet breakaway moment? And let's not ignore the elephant in the room. Joe revealing the podcast financials, those Patreon numbers that went viral, right? And when the cast saw that, I ain't really think nothing of it. But when they realized exactly how much money was coming in, they been acting a little funny. What's going on, my people? What's going on? You think Imani's asking for a raise out of nowhere? You think Mark wants equity from the Ian and Mark show just for fun? Nah. Once you see the books, you start doing the math. And when the math ain't mathing, resentment brews. Right? So here's what I want to ask y'all. Do you think Mona, Joy Taylor, or Azar would shake up the Joe Budden podcast in a good way, or would it cause chaos? Is Joe setting up Flip or Mel to walk out without ever saying it out loud? Was Mark's too many mics a moment, like was it like a warning shot? Or was it a goodbye note? Right? And the biggest one, who do you think is the weakest link on the Joe Budden podcast right now? Let's talk about it. Drop it in the comments. Hit me up on X at the Files with Dub. We be on the spaces. You know what I mean? Tag me in your takes. You feel me? Subscribe to the Patreon. You already know, man. We got the files. I got the files. I'm on it. It's a lot going on. Shout out to you people in the comments, man. And just remember, you can't dub me.
My guy Dub too. That's my man though.
Gang gang.
That's my man, Big Dub.